I'm Pat Doris. We're starting our show tonight in Portland's Old Town because community and business leaders here have done an unusual thing. They actually called a news conference to let the public know how bad things have gotten here and demand the city take action. They say they're overwhelmed by violence and crime and tents and the homeless. And they also accuse the city leaders of growing fearful and afraid to take action. And they are now demanding change.
We're holding this press conference today because Old Town is in crisis and everyone that is living or working here is suffering. We need immediate help, immediate relief.
That's Jessie Burke, the chair of the Old Town Community Association and owner of the Society Hotel. She's here because she and many others are fed up with a lack of action by Portland city leaders and county leaders from Multnomah County who seem to be turning a blind eye to the ugly reality that is now thriving in Old Town.
While many Portlanders haven't left home or gone much further than their neighborhood shops these last 2 years, we have lived and worked side by side with those so extremely mentally ill, they walk the streets naked, even in winter. They lick our windows, they eat food off the street and from city trash bins, and have untreated injuries that are the stuff of nightmares. And there is no plan for where they will ever live or be properly cared for.
If it feels like maybe you've heard that sort of plea demand for help before, you are correct. Back in October, neighborhood leaders and business owners sounded the alarm, demanding help then. Business owner Levi Martinez said back then he felt the city was ignoring Old Town.
When you look at Old Town, we certainly seem like we are being forgotten.
Also back in October, city leaders suggested there might be some things they could do to help. For the most part, it has not arrived. Instead, frustration has grown.
What you see for our most mentally ill citizens on the streets right now, this is the plan. There is no plan. I have talked to county leadership about this, and there is nowhere for anyone to live beyond crisis hotlines and 48-hour stays in the hospital. We have no plan.
After that October call for help, city leaders also told the community to come up with their own ideas of how things could be improved. So now the community has 4 basic demands for the next 90 days. They want more police in the area to cut the property crime rate by 40%. They want 60 inches or 5 feet of clearance on all sidewalks to make them usable for those in wheelchairs. That would most likely mean clearing out most homeless tents. They want to increase lighting by 100%, and they want graffiti removed within 3 days. They seem like simple and reasonable requests, but in Old Town, there is sometimes an alternate reality where the reasonable is turned on its head.
Something that's really hard for people to reconcile in this neighborhood that's here every day, that we get parking tickets, and also I see a hatchet fight like 2 hours later. That is the craziest thing to reconcile in your mind.
Asked why the mayor and city council have not taken action so far, community leader Jessie Burke suggested they are afraid.
I think it's hard to be a leader in Portland right now. And being in a leadership position for a lot of my life, I know that it's particularly scary when the world has shifted and people can show up to your house and threaten you. And I think that really puts you on your heels of how to make bold decisions.
Jessie Burke there also drew a direct line from defunding Portland police to the increase in crime in Old Town. By the way, Mayor Ted Wheeler, Commissioner Mingus Mapps, and Commissioner Carmen Rubio all issued statements after that news conference in support for the Old Town plan. We'll be watching to see if those statements actually become action.